Hey everyone, welcome to this week's tutorial. As always, if you like this video, please make sure you hit like below, but also subscribe so that you're notified of future videos. This week I'm going to look and work through a few of the things that I come across when working with PowerQuery. Errors like incorrect data types, or if say you've changed your data source, how to change the location easily, where it's found on your computer, and also sort of if you've changed columns or added new columns, those kinds of things, and how we can fix those errors that might appear. So let's get started straight away, and we're going to transform data. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a scenario where we might have the incorrect data type. So for example here, what we're going to do is we're going to change, replace a value, we're going to change everything that's true. I'm going to make it just a 1. So we'll make it binary. But now let's go and change this just straight into a whole number. And we're going to have a bunch of these errors. It's not what we want to see. So one thing you can do is if you were working with a column like this, is you can use the replace values function again, and this time instead of that we can go with null. So replace with null. We put that there and then change this to a whole number. We have no problems, and this is just going to work like a blank value, which is nice and easy. We can use the same thing if we come across things like, for example here, say we wanted to change our team name slightly, we can change some of these things by replacing, say for example, just space WFC and just leaving it as a blank. This will remove everything off the back of Manchester City. So we can do that again, and let's change this. We'll go replace values. This time go space FCW. There we go, nice and easy. So if we've got things in here that we don't actually want to keep, what we can do is we can just obviously remove these. So for example, these two columns, we don't really want to keep them, so let's just go remove columns. They're gone. That'll just stop those values from appearing within our data set. One of the biggest things with people that will work with flat files or CSVs, Excel files on your computer is that you might move that file and it might cause a problem. So what you can do is you can actually find the column, or find the new file I should say, just by hitting data source settings here and then clicking change source. And then just browsing for the new file. So when I open this new file, alright, so I found the new file. When I open this file, there's going to be a few errors appear. Alright, so we're going to close this. I'm going to leave that. Alright. Let's go close and apply. Alright, so we already see it there. Type.name of the table was not found. Okay, so let's go back into transform data. So you've got two options here. You can either remove everything from these steps and start again, or you can go through each step and try and find where this name is changed. So for example, we always know the first two things are promoted headers, and then it's going to change the types of the columns. We're likely to find that this is where our error is going to occur first, under change type. It'll be one of your first steps. So what you can do is click the formula bar. If you don't have that, it's here under view, so if I click that, it's just going to turn off your formula bar. Click that, and then you can use this formula bar to find the column name. So for example, we can do this quite easily, so type name is here. One of your other options is you can go onto your queries on the left here, and you can go advanced editor. This is just going to bring up a bigger window for you, and you're also going to find the same thing here. So if we go to here, change to type, and then you can scroll across and try and find your value. But for this one, what we're going to do is just change it here, and it's type underscore name is what I've changed it to. And there we go. We also have an extra column at the end here, which I didn't notice before. So here we go, we'll get rid of this one as well. Okay, there we go. Now we have an error without timestamp. That's okay, we can just turn this into text for now. It's okay, we'll add that there. Replace current. There we go. We'll let that load in. We have that, there we go. We can scroll all the way across, see how things have come through. Easy. If you were to add a new column, you can click source at the top. And then within this, we can actually remove a column. So let's remove the last one, for example. Hit enter. And if we were to scroll all the way across, we'll find our last column is here. If we add this one in, go back to 227. We now have an extra column. It's easy. If we ever find we need to just start again, we can remove these steps as we go all the way back to the start. We can even remove promoted headers. So now we're just sitting with this. If we go to transform, we can click use first row as headers, and it'll change the types of all our columns again. If we have any more errors, we can look for them and find them as we go. Alright, so let's go home, close and apply. Hopefully we'll have no errors when it loads. And we do. So look, now we've got these errors, we can click view errors. And it'll bring up a different query. What it's going to do is it's going to find where all those errors are and bring them up for you, so we can scroll across and look to see where our errors have occurred. Sometimes these are harder to find, especially if you have a lot of columns like this. But if we just let them all load, we should eventually find the spot where we have just a complete list of errors. There we go, referee ID. If we click on that, what it's going to do is load the error at the bottom here, so just NA. So what we can do is we can go back into our StatsBomb shop summary, and what we can do is go to column, and we can just type in referee ID, hit that one, okay. And what we can do is we can just keep this as a text column because we don't actually not too bothered about it. And replace. Alright. We can delete this group and then close it and apply again. We can repeat this sequence until we find all our errors, which we have. Great success. Alright, so now we should have our clean data set along the side here for us to use in creating our visual report. If you like this video, please hit like below and subscribe for future videos.